that sometimes you just want to knit. You don't want to do anything that makes your brain go, "Nyeh." Hello knitters, Barbara Benson here. I'm an independent knitwear designer who also likes to make videos here for my YouTube channel, Watch Barbara Knit. If you'd like to know more about my knitwear designs or join my Facebook Watch Barbara Knits group, please check in the description below, and there you will find links to the various locations where you can find my knitwear and find me on social media. Also, always look in the links for links to anything that I have shown you on this video. I decided that we would go ahead and do a vlog for January. I like it a little bit later in the month. And the first thing we're going to have to do is address the elephant in the room, which is my head. Okay. I traveled out of state over the last few days, and you know how it is when you're someplace and the water is different and your hair just goes nutty. And so my hair is a hot mess today because it has not recovered from my trip. So apologies for all the, it's just a mess. A couple things I wanted to talk about today. First, behind me, you can see my shawl Unheeded Warnings. We are going to be doing a knit along for Unheeded Warnings. I have mentioned it before and we have figured it out. It's running on my Ravelry group, which I'll put a link in the description below to that. And we're also going to see how to run it on Facebook through the Watch Barbara Knits group. If you don't do Ravelry and you'd rather do Facebook, I've set it up as an event. So if you go to the Watch Barbara Knits Facebook group, you should be able to look in the sidebar and find events. And there was a limited number, so I couldn't do it as a daily thing, but what I have it set up as is once a week, starting February 1st through the first Thursday of April. So we'll have a check-in every Thursday. And we will be starting it in the Ravelry group also on Thursday, but it will have its own thread and will be constantly updated. So that is what we are going to do. And you might ask, how do you join the knit along? Well, with the Ravelry group, you simply have to go into my Ravelry group, make sure you're a member of my group, and then say that you want to join it. There's a thread right now that's the planning thread for Unheeded Warnings. Once we get closer to the event, we'll make a brand new clean thread that doesn't have stuff already, but we've already started talking about what yarns people are going to use. And really the only thing you have to do is you have to have the pattern, which is available through Ravelry. You can purchase it there, or you may have gotten it in a kit from Miss Babs, and you need yarn. That's pretty much it. That's all you need to join. We'll have the same deal on Facebook. We'll be playing it a little bit more by ear to figure out how it's going to work. But again, you have to have the pattern and you have to have yarn to knit it with. And what we'll do is everyone can cast on starting February 1st. Now, if you're not ready to do it on February 1st, you can do it later because it's going to run for all of February and March, ending at the beginning of April. And it's just a way for us all to be knitting the same thing at the same time and cheering each other along. And if you run into problems, there's multiple people there. I will monitor it as best I can. But if you run into a problem in the middle of the night, you can post it and maybe somebody in Australia can help you out because I'll be sleeping. And that's what's great about a knit along. And there will be prizes. Haven't quite sussed all them out, but at a bare minimum, I like to give away progress prizes for people who share how their progress has been making, which is usually a free pattern download code. So there's always that, but I will be working on figuring out some other awesome stuff as prizes. So come over either to the Facebook group or to the Ravelry group if you would like to join the Unheeded Warnings knit along. Again, you need 2 colors of fingering weight yarn. And in a contrast, this is actually a very simple-ish pattern. It is just stripes and then slip stitch mosaic color work, which we've talked about, with a tiny bit of color work lace. I'll put a link in the description below to the pattern tour of this so you can see better how the pattern works up, but it is a really straightforward pattern. So thumbs up. I'd love to have you come join me. And again, I want to mention it's 2018 in case it's like you're seeing this way far in the future. Ooh, hello from the past. Now, something else. I'm going to do this here. We're going to pop this up so you can see it. I received this comment on a recent video where I showed the Bijou Basin Ranch yarn that I did a swatch using the new Japanese Stitch Dictionary. And this absolutely lovely knitter said that they loved seeing it, but it made them worried. And when they saw the Japanese Stitch Bible, that I was going to be only designing crazy stuff. Now, I do design crazy stuff. Can't apologize for that. I like doing crazy stuff. I think that there is room in the market for people who want to do advanced knitting techniques, but I wanted to reassure this lovely knitter, which I can't pronounce that, and all of you that the way I approach design is I love doing crazy stuff. I love doing complex stuff, but I also love figuring out how to create patterns that are simple but still interesting. So for every crazy pattern I do, for every off the wall lace, mosaic, whatever I do, I always then try to knit, to design and knit something that is more accessible. That is definitely, now I think I mainly design for adventurous beginners. I'm not designing really simple. I mean, it's not just a this is your first project kind of situation, but I definitely have this is your first shawl. A lot of people have been doing the videos that are the very simple shawl shapes, and I love that. I love you guys, y'all, and I want to encourage y'all to build your skills and become the knitters that I know you can be. And it's in little tiny steps though. And I also really know that sometimes you just want to knit. You don't want to do anything that makes your brain go, "Nah." So for every golden lion throne, I design an enoughish thought so that I want them to have enough interest that keeps you knitting, but I want them to be straightforward. Love Child is very straightforward. It's the same 4-stitch, 12-row repeat over and over and over again. The math might be a little off on that, but you get my point. So don't worry. This is not my first Japanese Stitch Dictionary I've gotten. It might be my 4th or 5th. I do have all kinds of one. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me see. There you go. You can see a little bit. Those are all Stitch Dictionaries. I love Stitch Dictionaries. I love playing with them. And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll take something from a Stitch Dictionary, and especially the Japanese where they have multiple things going on, and isolate a small part of it and pull it out and then design with just that element, which will challenge you and give you something interesting to do, but it doesn't have to be this crazy thing with this crazy thing and this crazy thing. And hey, then we're going to do a knitted on crazy thing, edging. So I wanted to say thank you for the comment and giving me the opportunity to discuss this. So don't worry about it. There will always be varying levels. I don't do a whole lot in the middle. I tend to go crazy pants or as lazy pants, we could say. It's stuff that's a little more, you can sit and knit it while watching television. Yeah, so those two things. And then I was gone for several days and I came home to packages. We got packages. So I thought we could open up a couple packages. I'm excited about this one. This is going to be the next Swatch Lab. I'm super excited. This is yarn. I cannot remember what exactly color it is, so it's exciting. And this is from Delicious Yarns. They are in Valley Village, California. So we're gonna cut this open. Let's try not to cut yarn. Oh yeah. Oop, there's a note. Whee! Let's see here. So this is a little note saying thanks for taking time to review the yarn. I'm so excited that this is Delicious Yarn. Let me show you their logo. Very cool. And I'm going to be doing a Swatch Lab on this and reviewing this yarn. Let's see. Here's the pretty polka dots. Look at that, guys. So beautiful. This is, the name of the color is Frosty, and this is Frosting Chunky. So obviously with a cupcake on their logo and calling themselves Delicious Yarns, they have fun names. I will talk more about that when I do the review. And let's see here. Oh, this is super fun. Look, their tag looks like a nutritional label. Isn't that cool? So this is, it says nutrition facts, 100 grams, 1 serving, no calories, no fat, 105 yards on 10.5 to 11 size needles, and 12 to 14 stitches in 4 inches. So that's awesome. So that's like 3 stitches to an inch. And 100% superwash merino. Percent daily values are based on 2,000 stitch per day diet. Your daily values may be higher or lower depending on your level of stitching. That is fabulous. Oh my gosh, these people, they get me. So it's super, just right out, super soft. Let's open it up. It's got some very nice color variations. Oop, I did it wrong. I broke it. Oh, I worked it up. I should have taken the tag off first. So we're going to remedy that situation right now so I don't bork it up anymore. There we go. Now it's perfect. User error. So there we go. Look at that. I like that it goes, it's very light blue. I'm super, super stoked about this. That's a secret. So if you've ever had issues with when you get your yarn out of a skein like this and then you go to put it on your Swift and it's all tangled up, if you stick your hands inside and snap it like that, it helps get everything in the rows it needs to be in and makes it less likely to tangle when you are balling it up. Little tip. But I'm excited about this. It's so soft. Gonna put it back together. Boink. I'm not the world's greatest skeiner, but I can do it. There we go. Watch for a Swatch Lab. It'll probably be in February, which is right around the corner. I've got so much to do. And then my other package. Oh, I'm gonna stick this here. Don't want to lose anything. My other package. Airmail. I could not resist. I was on, saw this on Facebook. It was somebody had liked it and it popped up. I think my good friend Nina at Fiber Artwork in Huntsville, Alabama, liked this, and I'd never seen this particular crafter, and I was like, yes, and I clicked through and I was like, no, because they were gone. But then she said, and I said something on the Facebook, I'm like, so sad face that I didn't get them. She's like, oh, well, we'll be making more. And then they popped up again. I was like, buy it, it's mine. So this came from the United Kingdom, but I ordered it through Etsy. And you get a guess. It's very small and flat. Probably if you've seen me open up anything, the first few guesses don't count. Look, it's got a little kitty on it. Okay. It's nicely wrapped. Ooh, tea. Straight from England. Oh, cranberry raspberry. I'm totally going to drink this tea because it's been cold. Dun, 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 dun. Yay! Stitch markers. This is Crafty Cat stitch markers, and they, let me get this. It's got, oh, how cool! It's got a little knit thingy majigger on the back. I'm going to. It's got this little hooky thing that you can hold them on. If I can get it off. need to make a whole new channel. Packaging defeats Barbara. Or packaging versus Barbara. See if I can open things up. Who wins? So look at all these stitch markers. They're so awesome. Let me see if I can get one out. Let me get one out that's like super contrasty so you guys can see. They're swirly. Oh my goodness. They're all, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to dump them. Ah, making a mess, making a mess. Here we go. Look at this one. Isn't it cool? They've got little swirlies on them. Oh, there's a pink one. I'm super excited. And I really do like this style of stitch marker, especially if you're working lace. The fact that it's got this little, I think they call this rat tail, but it's this jewelry wire and it hangs down so it doesn't, if you ever run into problems with stitch markers and they're making you have like too much space between, they drive you nuts, this is a good style. I mean, I like all kinds of stitch markers. But these just really jumped out. I love them. I'm very excited about my swirly stitch markers. So I showed you the yarn I opened up. We talked about the fact that I will indeed be continuing to design both crazy things and not so crazy things. And I would love to have you guys come join me in the Unheeded Warnings knit along. If you like this video, please give it the thumbs up, click that like button. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload a new video, please subscribe to my channel and select notifications. And if you have any knitting friends that you think might enjoy my videos, please use that share button and share it on social media. Thank you very much. I love, oh, now I'm short.